So UrbanGro, we work across the nation and into Canada, and we provide the support to help facilities optimize their space, and so we work from beginning to end in terms of the design process. We help with specification of the product. We work to design it, which is really an integral part in terms of these systems are quite complex and integrated. Then we move to the commissioning of the building, which basically takes the building online. And then we move to operational compliance, just making sure that you're maintaining efficient operations and being compliant.
But most people have no idea at all that there is something more than you put a seed in the ground, literally. Right? So, could you give us just a little overview for the layman of how does this stuff actually grow? What are you guys talking about when you say the system?
Sure. I mean, we're talking about agriculture and bringing it indoors. So we're talking about bringing the sun indoors, first of all. That's probably the most important part of this, right? Is that we're using lots of power, lots of water to grow these plants, and we're trying to do it in a very controlled environment, which is great because that allows us to control all of the pathogens and things that come in and out. If you're outdoors, you may have overspray. So when we bring it indoors, when we bring it into a greenhouse, the systems that we're talking about are what make the plants, what allow the plants to grow without a lot of human interaction, right? So we're trying to automate to allow cultivators more time with the plants rather than with the water tanks and with the nutrients, right? We want them to pay attention to the plants
themselves. Are we talking hydroponics or dirt or?
Yeah, either.
Anyway,
hydroponics or
but whichever we're doing, we're talking about an automated system, so I'm not walking around with a water can?
That's right. Automated systems that control the building environment, that control the water systems, that control the lighting, and they all work together and they all respond according to what's happening.
There's some smart control system.
We really like to talk about precision everything, so that when you're talking about cannabis as medicine, the Bayer aspirin that you take today is similar to their Bayer aspirin that you take a month from now or a year from now, and it relieves the same issues that you might have. That's the same with cannabis. So we're looking at eliminating all of the variables so you get a consistent crop and also an economically viable crop.
There's two kinds of cannabis come out, and one of them has to do with what I call artisanal. I mean, it's the kind of beautiful things that I want to put in a bowl and look at and enjoy. And then there's the stuff that who cares what it looks like? It's going to turn into an oil or a shatter or a lotion, and that's got a whole other different kind of production side. I expect to see a lot more of that kind of thing in bigger, more controlled environments. And then the artisanal guys. Do you guys do both, or do you specialize in the more industrial side?
We do both. It's hard to say how much of each, but we absolutely deal with both. There's small facilities who have their own specific strains who they love their plants, right? That's everything. Their strain and their plants are everything to them, and they're boutique growers, and they will probably always
won't
remain
have more
that
than 1,000 square feet, no matter what.
Maybe not. Maybe 5,000. They cap out at 5,000. And then there's people who have millions of acres. It feels like 100 million square feet. I think is currently the largest. Yeah, and it's a greenhouse, right? So that product is not going to the top shelf market. That's being turned into concentrate.
There's only so many people that are going to smoke flowers, right? And we're probably a declining number.
Yeah, saw that in Colorado, right? Flower.
Yeah, so whether you're operating at 5,000 square feet or 500,000 square feet, it comes down to, are you being compliant, right? Because we don't have a federal roadmap to work with. In fact, the federal government would not want us to be here. So we have 30 roadmaps to deal with, right? And so the important thing is to know what you can use and when you can use it, right? So that you can keep your doors open. We've heard of one too many terrible stories where they applied the wrong pesticide at the wrong time, and that crop just went away. And you live and die by your latest crop.
Nowadays, though, that guy could lose his whole crop for one wrong spray. Right? And they've gotten so tight now here that they won't let the distributor give them the bud. The testing company has to come and randomly pick the bud. In case you were doing the cherry picking, we'll only take that top one bud we didn't spray.
Yes.
And it has to be, I believe it has to be filmed. I believe it has to be caught on camera.
I know it's
everything
recorded.
Has to be videoed.
It's in the metric system. We track that stuff, but
yeah.
it's
It's intense.
getting there, you know.
But at the end of the day, if we're talking medicine or we're talking recreational, it's a tough transition. But in the end, it is the right move.
Absolutely.
Because we all want to ingest clean product. You know, we do.
I truly feel that we're all in it together. You know, we have different pieces that we're operating or that we're responsible for. But at the end of the day, it's about that. It's about a clean product, and it's about the plant. We're respecting the plant, where it came from, and what it does.
Stay. Okay. If I'm somebody who's just walked away from a Fortune 500 company and I've got a few $2 million sitting over here and I think I want to grow marijuana, what would you guys tell me?
Get your team together first.
What's my team look like?
Team starts with a lawyer and a grower and...
No, I don't know any growers, so what do I do? Call you guys?
So here's the deal, NCIA, right?
There you go.
Yeah, the granddaddy of all organizations,
There you go.
right? I mean, it's constant. The reason that we're here is to educate on the business side of the equation. And so, you know, coming to these kinds of events so that you don't stub your toe, learning from others that did. We all have the wounds from when we stubbed our toe, and we want to pass on our knowledge so that others don't, and they can shortcut it.
That's the theme I've been hearing all day long, and I love it. All day long. It's like, you know, I'm here to make sure you don't make the same mistakes I did. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's a great community.
So we both have personal stories of when we came out of basically the cannabis closet, right? My parents are conservative Texans and they're physicians. And when I told them back in 2014, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm getting into the industry, right? They said, what? I said, I'm going to get in the cannabis industry because I believe it.
Have a good job. What are you doing?
And they said, go for it.
Really?
They said, go for it, right?
How old are your parents?
They're in their 60s, and so when they came to Colorado, I can't believe it's being on film, but my mom was like a kid in a candy shop. She was so excited about all the new smells and everything. So it truly was. It was a intergenerational celebration.